Hey everybody, we're playing Metal Gear Solid Delta, and we're going to cheat! We're going to play it exactly how you're not supposed to. We're going to see how far I can get in this little hour of gameplay. I'm using the gold stealth camo, which gives you no stealth, and the most powerful gun in the game, which has unlimited ammo. And we're going to play it all wrong, and it's going to be great. And Mr. Bretsky's here with us.
Hello.
And so is Courtney. Hi, Courtney.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's great. Don't talk for the rest of it.
Cleo, get down.
How are you, Brett?
Hey.
She got a jacket.
Oh, I was making a bit, and then Cleo interrupted it because she got on Courtney's Oasis jacket.
I just saw Oasis.
And you
Courtney.
is that an Adidas Superstar track
Yeah.
jacket?
It's a track jacket with the Adidas, not the Adidas. Well, it's got the Adidas patch on it.
Does it have an Oasis patch on it too?
Yeah, and then if you look at the back, it's got the Live 25 emblem with the.
Oh,
yeah,
sick.
isn't that sick?
That was very cool.
My mom went fully insane, and when we got in the venue. So first of all, do you want me to just recount the story of seeing Oasis?
Yes.
So.
That's why I brought it up.
Okay, I'm gonna put down my Steam Deck because I'm over here playing my own game while also yapping.
Quick, before you get into your story, what game are you playing so everybody knows?
I'm playing Palia, or Palia.
Palia?
It's the free-to-play game that's available on Steam, Epic Games, Switch, and I think other consoles.
This episode brought to you by Palia.
It's a fun little life sim that's set in like a fantasy world. Like literally all I'm doing is running around catching bugs and fishing. It's very fun.
Nice.
And I just upgraded my house to a 2-story house yesterday, so I'm trying to decorate.
It's like a free-to-play Animal Crossing almost.
It's like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley.
Basically
Yeah.
all those kinds of games.
It's like all of it merged together into like a 3D. It's basically 3D Stardew Valley is what it is.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just running around. I just did a big flower picking thing. Anyway.
So Oasis.
My mom and I saw Oasis. I bought these tickets 11 months ago. And Carson looked at me and said, "You know that's not going to happen, right?" And I was like, "I'm fully aware that I just spent a redacted amount of money on an event that is very likely not to happen because Liam and Noel Gallagher fucking hate each other." Like, I know. So literally for the last 8 months or last 11 months, my mom and I have been waiting with bated breath. And I should have prefaced this by saying, my best friend Parker bought the tickets and she bought 4 tickets. That was the limit of how many tickets you could buy. This was at Soldier Field in Chicago. There was a 4 ticket limit. It was impossible to get tickets. Parker somehow got them. Parker offered 2 to me, and she said, as long as you can pay me back like pretty quickly, the tickets are yours. I paid her the same day.
Awesome.
And I said, I have to bring my mom. Like, I can't go to Oasis and not bring my mom, because Oasis has been one of my mom's favorite bands since before I was born, and she would have been devastated had I gone without her. And I can't just not bring her, because the whole reason I love them so much is because of her. So I call my mom and tell her that we got tickets. She starts crying. She's so excited. She's like, "Oh my God, how'd you do it?" I was like, "Well, Parker did it." She goes, "How much did it cost?" And I was like, "I'm not telling you that." She really wanted to know how much money I spent. I did eventually tell her. I'm not going to disclose that information on this show.
You probably shouldn't disclose that information to me.
Yeah, probably not.
Let's be real.
No, I told you when I first bought them.
Yeah, but I don't remember, so don't remind me.
It was an exorbitant amount of money.
You don't have to give me a total, but just let me know.
Hey, God damn it, get off.
That's why you got the number pad on.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So we were streaming with JT a couple times.
Yeah.
In fact, it was this week. You remember when I was in the middle of saying something and then I just dropped?
Yeah.
It's because I had that open and that bitch sat on there for so long that it actually overloaded my fucking laptop, if you can believe it. Which I didn't know you could do, but apparently Notepad does have a character limit, and Cleo fucking found out what it was and crashed my laptop in doing so.
I don't know how she always just knows exactly.
We love that for her.
She's gonna sit on your laptop.
She was always like that. Stuart used to be like that. Simba was always like that. It's because that thing gets so fucking hot.
Oh, so that it feels good on their
It
butt.
feels great. So they love just sitting on it. And then
You
when
should
I
get
put
a heating pad so she can take that instead.
I did suggest getting her a heated bed.
I'm scared to, though, because she likes to chew things, and also when we get her beds, she'll rip out the cushion part to it.
Okay, that's fair.
So I'm really scared that she's gonna zap
electrocute
herself or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. Or just get one of those things with the beads that you can microwave.
Yeah.
We do have one of those, but then the flip side to that is her claws get so sharp, I'm scared she's gonna puncture it. I realize I feel like I'm deflecting all this stuff, but it's like, I can't trust my cat.
Yeah, I'm not going to make any more suggestions. Anyway, okay, so the tickets. You don't have to tell me a number, but each individual ticket, higher than $200?
Yes.
Yep. I
Yes.
Yep. I personally have never spent more than, I think the closest I've spent on a ticket was $120 or something like that.
I mean, this was the most I'd ever spent on a ticket that wasn't for a festival. But when I tell you it was worth every single goddamn penny.
Yeah.
It was the most incredible show I've ever seen in my life.
That's awesome.
It was unfucking real.
What did they kind of play everything, just a little bit from every album?
So it was mostly from Definitely Maybe and What's the Story.
Sure.
There was a couple from the later albums, but it was very much a greatest. It's being described as the Eras tour for dads, for white men. That's basically what it was.
That's funny.
So
the only reason I know, I like everybody, that wasn't living under a rock knows what the Eras tour was.
Yeah.
But the reason I readily knew what you were talking about too was because one of the clients I'm working for, the country singer.
Yeah.
I'm, making suggestions for her website, and I was like, let's see what Taylor Swift's website does. And there's a whole archive now that you can go to any of her archived websites from each album era. So
that's interesting.
It is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
I've known bands that I followed used to do that a couple times when they hit a big milestone. It's the whatever 25th anniversary. You can go check out the website when it was first launched, and it was a fucking DOS website because they were a band from '93 or some shit, and you're just oh wow. And so anyway, continue. It was the Eras tour for dads.
It was the Eras tour for white men in bucket hats.
But mostly, but mostly. And those are the arguably the biggest albums in their.
I made a playlist so we could prep for it, which my mom and I didn't need the prep.
Yeah. Did you know? Are you somebody that looks up set lists before?
Oh yeah.
Oh, she absolutely fucking
And I make a
is.
playlist. I make a playlist so we know what's happening.
And then you get to hear the playlist every time you get in your car for about 3 to 4 weeks before the concert.
You know what?
And then about 3 to 4 weeks after the concert, unless she is going to multiple concerts consecutively, in which case things do get changed up.
Sure.
Not mixed up, changed up.
Sure. Do you I guess what's the does it just get you in the right headspace or whatever to know the set list? And then
I only do it for certain people. I don't do it for the 1975 because I know their entire catalog.
Sure.
But when we went and saw Devo in June, I knew maybe half of the catalog.
Okay.
So
you
I
just
was
wanted to be
I
familiar
want to
with
know. I want to know what they're playing,
Sure.
and I want to know what to expect.
Yeah.
And then Oasis, I just did for fun because my mom really wanted to know, and I was I've listened to Definitely Maybe and What's the Story countless times in my life. But all the other albums I was vaguely familiar with. But luckily, every single song that they played, I had heard multiple times because they were hits from other albums. I'm looking at the
totally.
playlist, and they basically played the entirety of Definitely Maybe, with the exception of 2 songs and most of What's the Story.
Yeah. I can't imagine they played too much from Be Here Now, just because all the songs on that album are a minimum of 7 minutes long.
Let me see what they did play from that. They played Stand By Me from that album.
Okay.
Don't Go Away from that album is my favorite. That's the only
Don't
one
Go
they
Away
played.
is good. Yeah. And then...
Oh, they played Do You Know What I Mean from that album too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
familiar with
here
that
is
one.
all the songs that were played that were not from Definitely Maybe and What's the Story.
Okay.
They walked out to Fucking in the Bushes. They didn't actually play it. It was just the audio from Fucking in the Bushes.
Okay.
And then the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 songs were from Definitely Maybe or What's the Story. Then they played Little by Little, Do You Know What I Mean, Stand By Me. And then it went into Cast No Shadow, and then 4 more songs from Definitely Maybe.
Damn.
And then the encore started with The Master Plan, which is a Noel written song.
Yep, I know that one.
And then the encore was The Master Plan, Don't Look Back in Anger, Wonderwall, and Champagne Supernova.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, the whole ordeal, I told my mom, she starts crying because she never got to see Oasis, and I actually looked this up. I wanted to know if they'd ever played in St. Louis and if she would have ever had the chance to, because she's not going to travel for shows. This was
Sure.
the very first time that she ever traveled anywhere. Whereas,
Wow.
like, you know me, I will
You'll go
go
to
anywhere within 8 hours.
Colorado
Yeah,
yeah,
to go
for sure.
see someone that I
Yeah.
really want to see. So I was like, had they ever been here? They had. They played one show in St. Louis, and it was 2 days after I was born.
Oh my god.
So, like, even if she
So
had
this
tickets,
is like the ultimate
She
apology
wouldn't-
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
So I found out she did not have tickets. She didn't even know that show happened.
Oh,
Sure.
okay.
But it was 2 days after I was born. So even if she did have tickets, either I would have been with her in the womb had I waited,
Yeah.
or she would have gone anyway. Like, I don't think for a minute that she wouldn't have gone.
That's incredible, actually.
So I looked that up. So she starts crying. I tell her we got the tickets. So she's so excited. And she's like, they just need to keep their shit together.
yeah.
So literally for the last 11 months, me, Parker, my mom, and also Parker's mom, because we brought both of our moms with us. It was a cool little full circle moment, because both of our moms would take turns taking us to shows in high school. So
Yeah.
we brought both of our moms. Just waited for any sort of news. So we found out earlier this year that they were not going to do any press around Live 25, which was like the best possible decision they could have done, because they like immediately would have gone into interviews and people would have like asked them about their feuds and like why now, and it just would have reignited
Sure.
so much shit.
Sure.
So then they played their first show in the reunion. So their first leg was in Europe, obviously. Their first show was July 4th. So we all just kind of sat there and like waited for any sort of news to come out about it. And basically all the news was like, it all went off without a hitch. They hugged, and like it was the best night of everyone's life. Like, no news. We were like, okay, great. And we just kept watching and watching and watching and like waiting, and like nothing happened. Nothing has happened between the two of them. So then we get like a week out from our show, and Carson just looks at me and goes, of all the things that were supposed to happen this year and like the likelihood of something happening this year, this was like 5 or 6 on the list. Like, I did
Yeah.
not for a second believe
Yeah.
you were actually going to get to see Oasis. And I was like, honestly, me neither. Like, me neither. So my mom and I travel up there, and for weeks my mom's been talking about it, and she was talking about how badly she wanted to get merch. So seeing how all the merch lines were in like Europe, because the other exciting thing about our show was it was the first show that they played in America in
Oh, really?
17 years.
Wow.
So the 2 dates before ours were in Toronto. So
Okay,
so the North American dates started the week before us, but they hadn't played in America yet. It was
They
just
went
Toronto.
from Toronto to Chicago?
Yeah. But there's also like a week. There was like a week of break time.
Okay.
Because they went to Chicago, and then 2 days, or even a day after, 2 days after Chicago, they were in Newark for 2 shows.
Okay.
And then now they're not playing. They're playing the Rose Bowl this week. So they've had like big gaps between, like relatively big gaps, because obviously when people are on tour, most of them are playing like each night. They've had pretty significant gaps between these shows. So my mom was like, I'm going to get all the merch. So seeing how like the lines were in Europe and like things selling out, they opened up a web store. And I was like, all right, I'm going to get me and my mom shirts, and I'm going to get them early so we can wear them to the show. And those motherfuckers got delivered the day that we left. I'm still so pissed off about that. Literally, we're out for delivery when I was leaving to go pick up my mother. So I tell her, I'm like, all right, if we get in there and the merch lines are way too long, or like if they don't have your size in something. I bought you a shirt from the web store. So I was like, you at least have a shirt. And she was like, oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get there. First of all, we're walking up to Soldier Field, and my mom didn't realize how big it was. She was like, oh my God, they sold this out? I was like, yeah, Mom, this is a 60,000 capacity show. Like, there's going to be 60,000 people in here. She was like, oh my God. Like, she just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Then you could tell she was getting, like, really overwhelmed. So we get in there with our tickets. The second our tickets scan, she grabs my arm and just starts shaking me because she's so excited.
Yeah.
So then we get in the merch line. So we walk in and there's immediately a merch table. There were 27 merch stands all across the stadium.
Yeah.
We walk in, there's one immediately there, and the line's not very long. So we get in, she immediately starts crying. Like, just immediately. She's like, oh my God. Oh my God. So then as we're standing there, I'm not joking, she looks at me, she goes, you get whatever you want. You get whatever you want at this merch stand. When else are we going to get Oasis merch? Never. And I want to get everything. Get whatever you want. And I was like, Mom, no. She goes, get whatever you want. And she was like so worked up about it.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there. This is a long story about the fucking track jacket. But when we walked there, because we got a hotel that was walking distance to Soldier Field,
cool.
I didn't realize how cool it was going to be. So I was wearing a tank top.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, it's going to be like really cold later. And I didn't bring a jacket. So I'm looking at that track jacket. And I'm like, I don't know. The track jacket's pretty slick. But it's $150.
Yeah.
My mom's like, get the track jacket. Get it.
That's honestly, all things considered, that's not bad.
No, it's not. Because it's actual Adidas, too. Because they have a brand partnership.
An Adidas track jacket's like anywhere from $60 to $80, depending on what model and what year you get.
So I'm like, this is special, only sold at our date. Because like it has Chicago on the back of it.
I thought for sure they would probably charge closer to $200 on that.
Yeah, no, it was $150. So I was like, I kind of want to get the track jacket, Mom. And she's like, get the track jacket. It's really cool. She spent $470 on merch.
Oh!
She got 2 t-shirts for herself. She got 2 t-shirts for herself. She got me that track jacket. We got matching bucket hats because we needed to have the bucket hat, obviously.
Of course,
and then she got a shirt for my brother. So
great.
She went a little crazy.
That is amazing.
So then we walk around the venue. We realized that we entered on the wrong side, and we had to walk all the way around the venue to get to our section because we had seats. And we get down to our seats, and she immediately starts crying again. She's like, oh my God, the view from the seats. She goes, I can't believe it. I can't believe this. She's just crying. It's great. Cage the Elephant opened for them, which fucking ruled because I have a Cage the Elephant curse. Every time I've ever had tickets to see them, something has happened that has prevented me from doing that. The first two times, it was sickness. Like I just got terribly sick the day of the show, couldn't go. And then another one was when I went to Bonnaroo, they were supposed to play, and they had to cancel their set because of injury. So I was like, oh God, my Cage the Elephant curse might be what fucking makes Oasis break up.
Yeah.
So the second they came out on stage, I'm like, thank God, the curse is lifted. And I finally get to see Cage the Elephant. And also, I'm here to see Oasis.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was great. The vibes, immaculate.
Yeah.
I've never been in a show where everybody, like, you could palpably feel the excitement. Everybody was just, like, so grateful that this was happening.
Yeah.
Unreal. I've also never seen so many grown men cry. That was my favorite part of the whole thing. So many grown men were crying.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love this for you guys. This is me. Like at any other event.
Yeah.
I did cry a little because I was very excited, but I was more excited for my mom. When they came out, I have a video of her when they started their whole intro sequence. I have a video where you can see her in front of me. And she just screams. Like Carson said it best. I get it honest. I showed him the video and she's just howling. Like howling.
That's great.
And then when they played Wonderwall, we both cried a little bit.
Sure.
Because it was so good. But it was like legitimately it was the best live performance I've ever seen in my life. They sounded so good. There was not a single like blip in the show where like someone's voice cracked or like something went wrong. Noel playing guitar was fucking incredible. And like Liam sounded exactly the same as he did in the 90s. Like it was so good. Like I'm honestly shocked at how good it was. And it was like they didn't fight. They hugged a few times. It's like, all right, they got their shit together, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Huh.
That's wild.
So now we're in a new Oasis era. where they're not going to hate each other, apparently.
There we
It
go.
was so good.
There's still time.
At one point, Liam said, I know you think that we hate you, America, but we don't. We fucking love you. And I was like, okay. And then the motherfucker did all kinds of goofy shit. At one point, he took his water and then did the Father, Son, Holy Spirit with his water. I'm not sure why. And then he put his tambourine on his head multiple times, which was really fun. And I was like, yeah, this is great. But yeah, it was awesome. My mom still has not shut up about it.
Yeah.
She has thanked me at least 70 times in the last week, saying it was the best night of her life. And I'm like, this is great. This is great. Carrie had a great time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was her. Last year, it was her Christmas, Mother's Day, and birthday present. That's what I told her when I got the tickets. I was like, that's the stipulation here.
Yeah.
She goes, I don't care. I do not care. I was like, okay. Okay. And that's my Oasis story.
I love it.
That's what I did.
Good.
It was so
stuff.
good.
Small follow-up to that. Back in May, we went on vacation with my folks. And my brother and his wife and their daughter, they were also there. So point being is that we had to have 2 cars for everybody, especially because Courtney and I were coming from St. Louis, and they were coming from somewhere else entirely different. We were all just driving. And the reason I say that is because whenever we'd all go out to dinner, all 7 of us, my mom would usually ride with Courtney and I. And at one point, I think you might have said, it's like, oh man, I go see Oasis here in 3 or 4 months or whatever it was. And I go, yeah, if they don't break up before then. And before she can respond, my mom from the back seat goes, why would you say that? She was like horribly offended.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember
No,
that?
I don't.
Yeah, she goes, Carson, why would you say that? And I go, because it's Oasis. And she goes, I don't know who that is. She thought I was just being a total dick
That's almost funnier than...
to Courtney.
That's almost funnier than... how weird she got about John Cena that trip.
Oh my God. Okay.
Here's your phone with your
No,
jorts.
stop. Okay. So, yeah, no, she was in the car with us whenever she said that. And then we had to sit there and I'm surprised you don't remember. We had to explain to her who the fuck Oasis was and how they'd broken up. And this was their first tour and how there was at one point, and I think we might have talked about this on the show. At one point, there was a whole, like, gambling bet thing that you could spend money on.
Yeah,
for, like,
no, we did talk about this
Yeah.
on one of your shows right after I got the tickets, because there was a betting pool on like how
Betting
far
pool,
they
that's
would
it.
even make it into the tour.
Yeah, which was they'll break up before the tour won't happen. They'll break up on stage, or they'll actually make it through the tour. And the
If
people
you-
that put money on the tour right now looks like they're gonna fucking come out clean as a sheet on that shit. Oh my God.
Because here's the other thing, like, I don't know where this information came from. Eric told me it, so take that with a grain of salt. But he had said, like, if they don't finish the tour, they'll lose, like, 100 mil.
Probably.
Oh, wow.
Like, if they don't finish it. Because it's, like, a contract thing, right?
Sure.
And, like, Noel has to pay for his divorce. Like, he
Yeah.
can't afford that.
Yeah.
Since she brought it up, though, another vacation story. So, this is John Cena's last year as an active wrestler. He'll probably show up and talk, and maybe he'll hit a move or two here. But as far as like having a full match that could headline a pay-per-view, this is John Cena's last year.
Okay.
And the reason I bring that up is because the very first day of our vacation, like first day is in we get there, not like we get there, we're going to be on the beach and everything. Like literally it was just a whole day of driving. That happened to be when WWE and John Cena were in St. Louis for a big pay-per-view against Randy Orton, who, if you don't know, is also from St. Louis. And had we not already had this vacation planned like a year in advance, my brother and I would have gone. But we couldn't, so instead we had gotten to the beach house, we'd gotten dinner, and he'd put his kid down for the night. And Courtney, she'd done all the driving, so she was in the bedroom. So it's me and my brother and my parents. My brother and I are like, we don't really give a shit about this show. We just want to see John Cena and Randy Orton. So we put it on. I have never watched wrestling around my mom, and I've super never watched wrestling around my mom and my brother. And I kind of want to just watch it forever with that. Because she's absolutely one of those people that's like, oh, they're like hitting each other. Like, why is that man wearing jorts? Because John Cena comes out and why is that man wearing jorts? And
she was very confused about the jorts.
My brother immediately goes, Cheryl, don't talk shit about John Cena. And she's like, okay. And so we've got it on. We're watching it. It's whatever. It's decent enough, I guess.
Yeah.
But the whole time she just keeps saying, like, why is that grown man wearing jorts? Why the jorts? And my brother keeps getting madder and madder every time she says something. Because John Cena at this point is a bad guy, too. So that's equally as confusing. Because she's like, he's got a table. Oh, the table. That must be bad. My brother, Cheryl, I swear to fuck, the ocean's right there. I will drag you by your hair and I will throw you in the ocean if you don't stop talking shit about John Cena. And the entire match, it's like 20, 25 minutes long. She's just saying shit like that to a point where I can't tell if she's just fucking with him or like doesn't understand. I think it might have been a little bit of both. So then the match ends, right? My brother's going upstairs to check on his kid and his wife. And my mom grabs his phone and hands it to him. And as she's handing it to him, she looks down and goes, why do you have a picture of a man in jorts as your background on your phone?
He had John Cena as his phone background.
Yeah, and my brother's like, it's fucking John Cena, Mom. He's awesome. Leave me, quit talking shit about John Cena. And my mom hands him his phone and goes, well, here's your phone with your jorts man instead of your wife or your daughter.
That's incredible.
And he's just in there, woman, ocean, I will throw you in it. Here's your phone with your jorts.
I really think she was doing it on purpose.
Oh, after a while, like by the time she was handing him his phone, it was to fuck with him. But it's what makes it so funny is that like my brother messes with my mom all the time. Even like growing up he did, but even as adults, even that he has his own kid and he's married and everything, he still messes with her. He doesn't give a shit. She never, and the reason why is that like he gets such a big rise out of her to the point that my niece does the same shit. She'll fuck with her too just because she knows it's funny. And like my mom just gets such a big reaction. Is it fair to say that she kind of reacts like April from fucking
yes.
Viva La Bam?
Your mom is April.
Oh my god.
She has those kinds of reactions. So what made it so fucking funny for me is this is like one of the only times I've ever seen her mess with him. Like she found a very rare like kink in his armor and was able to be like, I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck with him. Here's your phone with your jorts, man.
With your jorts, man.
Instead of your wife or your daughter, you have a picture of a grown man in jorts.
Dude, that was funny.
Like she has annoyed him before. Not on but it's not on purpose. They'll be watching basketball or football or something, and she might ask questions or whatever. Or one thing that really drove him nuts is when he did play sports, like back in the day. Mm-hmm. My dad would be like, "You should have done this or this or this or this or this," and then my mom would try to chime in, and he fucking hated that. He hated that so much. Because, like, and I witnessed it, too. Like, my dad would say something like, you need to do better about, like, covering center or something. Like as a linebacker. And my mom would be like, yeah, you see, because when you don't, the other team's able to get through. And my brother's like, just don't. No. Like, I get it. Stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
Like, he wasn't, like, I will say, just to be clear, he was not like those angsty, shitty teenagers that fucking, like, scream, like, fuck you, mom! Like, that kind of shit, you know? Like, get the fuck out of my room! Like, never anything like that. But, like, it'd be the car ride home, right? And my dad would be like, whatever. And then she'd chime in, and my brother would just be like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. That was great. We can call this episode Cheating and Oasis. I'm cheating at Metal Gear, and we spent almost the entire first half hour talking about Oasis. Yeah. And that is not a bad thing. I'm not complaining. At all.
I've been telling everybody at work who keeps making fun of me, I'm like, what else do you expect me to talk about?
Yeah.
Literally.
You saw one of the most evasive bands of all time.
I literally looked at my mom. I was like, we are a very select group of people. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
She was like, I know. She's still amazing. Very excited about it.
Okay, I gotta ask questions about the game now.
Okay.
This is Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Yes. It's a remake of Snake Eater on for the PS2.
Okay, so Snake Eater was after Solid, right? Or no, there's Metal Gear Solid 2 for PS2, and then Snake Eater?
Snake Eater is Metal Gear Solid 3, yeah.
Got it, okay.
That's not how it goes in the timeline, but that is order of release.
Got it.
Snake Eater's technically in the timeline, the very first one.
Got it. And this is Solid Snake, right?
No, this is Naked Snake, who eventually, spoilers, becomes Big Boss.
Okay. Gotcha.
Things in the story.
I don't know
balls.
who that is, so that's fine.
What?
Not Big Balls.
No, Big Boss.
Big Balls.
Because
he got beat up.
Yes, he does. He gets tortured. It's fucking brutal. It's really, really brutal.
Oh, I was talking about the Doge employee.
Well.
Yeah, I was making a joke.
Yeah, see, that went over my head because I thought we were talking about Metal Gear. Not
way
fucking losers in their 20s who think Elon Musk is cool and ruin our government. But this is a game about how awful the government is and how one man devotes his entire life to it and then realizes that everything is taken away from him.
Yeah.
And so his ultimate choice is to literally abandon his country and form his own fucking military, which is Military Without Borders. There's the Doctors Without Borders. They did Military Without Borders, and then Doctors Without Borders was like, what the fuck? And so the beginning of Peace Walker literally has a screen every time you turn it on that says, this is not affiliated with Doctors Without Borders. Please don't fucking sue us.
Nice.
Basically. And it's not Military Without Borders. It's the, like, I think Spanish or something. Words for it, which I know there's a proper term for that.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't even want to try to pronounce the actual name of it because I know I'll screw it up.
Okay.
But that's what it ultimately translates to. Is
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's Solid Snake, Naked Snake,
Yes.
Liquid Snake.
Yes.
This sounds like different types of poop.
It really does, doesn't it? Are there any other snakes? I know there's a lot of different like names, and they're all like. I know there's like Revolver Ocelot. That's the only one I remember right now because that's as far as I am in Solid.
So the thing is that I can explain it to you, but
Honestly, don't. Because
it'll be since you're actually playing it. I don't want to because it's giant spoilers.
Hey, check out my other channel for that playthrough. It's a Brett solo playthrough, Metal Gear Solid, first time playing it. Check it out. Anyway, I assume you're in Russia in this game.
Yes.
Let's say you've got to be in Russia or somewhere because
yes, you are.
There was a bunch of Russian text.
Yeah. Or somewhere.
Yeah, because the whole idea with this operation is that you're essentially undercover and you're not supposed to be in Russia because this is during the Cold War. And so if they find out you're there, it'll escalate. But the people that you're working with are trying to go against are also working against the Russian government. So this is this whole operation is essentially America and Russia working together to get rid of these guys that have nukes and shit.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna blow them away.
I'm gonna get them.
I'm gonna blow them away. Open up.
Knock, knock. Open up the door.
There
It's
he goes.
real. Ba-ba! Grainy Gorky lab exterior.
Grainy Gorky.
Grainy Gorky. So this camouflage, this body paint you got going on, looking like gold dust.
Yeah. So
this is your cheat code.
So there was a deluxe edition of this game that came out. I had no intention of buying it until I found a deal that made it cheaper to get the deluxe edition than it would have to get the just standard.
Yeah.
And it was actually reasonable. It was $45 instead of the 90 or 100 that it normally goes for. Because I usually don't do those deluxe bullshit things. I just don't care. But
sure.
Fuck, $45? That's reasonable. I'll take that. I was gonna skip on this game, and then even though I really didn't want to, I really wanted to play it, but it was just kind of I can't justify that much money. And then 45 is we can do that. We can swing that. But this stupid camouflage comes with it, and the idea is it makes you faster, but your camo index is in the top right, and as long as you use it, you have negative camo index. You can't actually blend into anything. You're going to be seen no matter what.
Oh, okay.
But this gun that I got, you get it for beating the game once. I've never used it, and I wasn't going to, but then I thought, what if you just fucked around and played this game how you're not supposed to, because you can do that if you want. And that's what we're doing. And I'm having a big old time just not sneaking, just blowing people away.
Right? You're playing it more like a Bond or a Resident Evil type.
Yeah.
Game. I should say later Resident Evil games. And then is this a remake in the way of just this is exactly how the PS2 version plays, it's just upscaled and HDified? Or is it more like a from the ground up rework like the Resident Evil 2 remake?
It's more the former.
Okay.
So there's two options. The way that I'm playing it right now is more akin to Substance, because when it first came out, it played more like Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2. I'm going to be honest. I think the game is ass when you play it that way. A lot of this stuff is it's very strange. It's just very, very strange. However,
is it still top down?
Yes,
it is.
Yes, but they released a update version with a bunch of extras called Substance, and it added this third-person camera like what you're seeing here because it was a test for Metal Gear Solid 4, which was also behind the back.
Is that Sons of Liberty?
No, I think that's Guns of the Patriots, and I think Sons of Liberty is 2, or that's no. Yeah, I think that's right. I think it's Guns of the Patriots.
Got it. What's the one where he's old?
That's 4.
That is 4.
Yeah. And that one is Solid Snake.
Oh, that's Solid Snake again.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Phantom
Pain is to make this simple.
Just tell me
it's
who the main
Big
character
Boss.
is. Okay, got it.
To make it simple, if I try to explain it,
Yeah, you don't have to.
I'm not even going to because the game's not fucking finished. It's one of the best games ever made, but the story was never fucking finished.
Really?
Yeah, they released that bitch unfinished.
That sucks.
It really does because it's super fucking fun to play, which is what it gets by on.
Yeah.
But like, there's literally a whole third act of the game that they just were like, nah, we're good, we're done. And to be fair, from what I understand from like Konami's perspective, Kojima apparently was really like making things drag, like bit of a perfectionist mentality, but also like, oh my god, let's add this and this and this and this. And usually when you bloat a game like that, it fucking sucks. But because it's Kojima, he put all this shit in the game and it makes it really fucking cool to the point where like you can do one mission, right? And there's literally hundreds, if not thousands, of ways that you can complete it. And it will literally come down to how do you like to play your video game?
Nice.
And the cool thing is you have your big main base that you can build up. So then you're adding people to the base and adding resources and shit, and then developing more stuff for you to play with. Like it all, like all the systems and everything that you do really feeds into each other, and it's a lot of fun. The story is just fucking stupid and makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah.
That's the only downside, but I you know, the thing is, I shouldn't even say that it's fucking stupid because it's like really well acted and there's some stuff in there that's like, oh my fucking god. But and it does like tie in with Metal Gear Solid, especially the first one, because there's someone that appears in it that it's just like, oh, okay, this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I'll leave it at that because if I try to explain who you actually play as, that's where the story gets really fucking stupid and makes no goddamn sense.
Okay. And then there's a game. Metal Gear Solid is not the first game in the series, correct?
No, it was Metal Gear.
There is just one called Metal Gear.
Yeah, and then there was Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, which wrap your mind around that.
Okay.
And then there was Metal Gear Solid.
Got it.
But then if you're like, okay, well, what about Metal Gear on the Nintendo? That's the same game, right? Yeah, but not really. It's a shitty version of a better game, but on top of that, it's like a lot of shit they had to change to make it fit and not for the better.
Okay.
And then you're like, okay, well, it's still like a port of some sort, right? And technically, yeah, it is. But then you say, okay, well, what about Metal Gear 2 on Nintendo? That's just Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, right? No, that's Metal Gear 2 Snake's Revenge. It's completely different. It's not canon whatsoever.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's kind of fucking stupid.
Okay.
Like, the way that it all works. You know what a game that is actually really fucking cool and you wouldn't think it would be? Metal Gear Solid on the fucking Game Boy Color.
Nice.
It's its own little self-contained story, but all the stuff that you can do in Metal Gear Solid, like hiding like that,
Yeah.
pressing against something to hide, and like the timer, all that stuff, it's all in there, and it actually works really, really well. For a tiny
Nice.
Game Boy Color screen, they managed to make a really cool like stealth action game. It's surprising, and the story to it, it's not like super crazy, but it's, if I remember right, it happens like right before, not that it's like an important title, but it happens like right before Metal Gear Solid. And it's pretty, it's a nice little story. It's a fun little game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're doing that too. We're skipping all the cutscenes because otherwise, like, that's all this would be. Like, as you can
Right,
see,
right.
5.
As I have found out very quickly
Yeah.
in my playthrough. Because I just beat Revolver Ocelot, and the cutscene after that fight was probably 40 minutes long.
Like, you would think that I'm like joking or like overestimating or whatever when I say that there are cutscenes in Metal Gear Solid 4 that are over an hour long, but I'm not.
Yeah, no. What's the new?
Legitimately.
What's the new one that just came out? Isn't there like a fucking like something crazy like a 4-hour cutscene?
In Metal Gear Solid,
No. In like a newer release.
or just like a new game in general.
Yeah, or is it Death Stranding?
You might be thinking of Death Stranding, which that I'm not super familiar with.
Sure, but it's also a Kojima game.
It
right?
is, yeah. And I've heard the second is way better than the first, but I've also heard the first is like was kind of wildly misunderstood.
Yeah,
Like, I guess people were really thinking it would be. I really don't know. I don't know.
Well, because wasn't there was kind of a weird expectation happening around that time, because Death Stranding was the project immediately after his fallout with Konami, right?
It was, yeah. It was the first game he did. And I think it was just because the trailers were so crazy and weird and interesting that people really. I think they expected something a lot more action-oriented than that game is.
Right. And he was supposed to be doing the Silent Hills game.
Yeah.
That was right after
Oh, God, don't even fucking remind me of that.
PT stuff.
Although, it's funny because he did PT, and then they didn't make Silent Hills, so everybody was just like, fucking take that. We're just going to take that. Here's Resident Evil 7. It's basically PT,
100%.
but here's
100%.
Resident Evil 7. And now, like, all these horror games have done this first-person perspective,
Yeah.
and it's like a huge, like, walking through halls all trippy and shit. Like, I know PT wasn't the very first one to do that,
Sure.
but it was absolutely the one that really, like, popularized it.
To be
today.
fair to Resident Evil, though, I think that 7 was already in development when PT came out. Now, maybe they were, like, I'm sure, they could pivot on some things and make decisions based on it. And I could be inaccurate here because I don't know the timelines 100%. But I do feel like those did come out, like, I don't know, within the same calendar year, but maybe, like, within a year of each other.
I feel like 7 was in 2016 or 2017, one of the two. I know it had to have been before the end of 2017 because I remember we did the VR with Alex that one night.
We did, yes.
And I was texting her.
That was the
whole
night
time that we were
That was
doing
the
it.
night that we matched.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, because you were telling me about it.
Oh, that's funny.
That's
I didn't
great.
realize that.
Because you were telling me about VR, and I told you I'd never played a VR game before.
That was rough though. Not like playing because we didn't fucking play it. Watching it was just rough, and not like it was scary. It was just it gave me fucking motion sickness.
Dude.
Al played it for like 6 hours straight. Didn't phase him once.
Yeah,
I don't know how the fuck he does it.
because I think I put on the headset that night just to check it out.
I think you did briefly, and
it did make me nauseous as fuck.
Yeah.
And then the only other time I've tried one of those VR games was actually a coworker of Courtney and I's from the Seafoam days. He had just gotten an Oculus and he got Resident Evil 4 VR. And he was like, "Oh, dude, yeah, you fuck with this game, so I'm gonna bring it in." I was like, "All right, yeah, I'll check it out." And like, because I know that game so fucking well and know how to play it on every fucking console, basically,
Right.
including the N-Gage. No, that's not true. But yeah, I picked it up and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And it felt so foreign to me. Like, it was still Resident Evil 4. Like, everything was exactly the same. But just, like, walking up to that house for the first time and, like, trying to, like, get my hands to load the gun. Because you have to, like, manually put the clip in and, like, the hand, it shakes because it's just trying to sense your thing. It's just like... it's just... I don't know. It was weird.
Was it really weird when the game froze on you because it was waiting for you to say, "Where'd everybody go? Bingo."
It was yeah. It was like nothing's happening. Say the line, Bart. Yeah.
Say the line, Bart.
So
I didn't do it.
no, it was weird. It was that one didn't make me motion sickness, but maybe it was because I knew what to expect. I'm sure part of it is that it still felt it's like it's just disorienting when you take it off. Because you're like, what the fuck, man? It's not at all like the original VR games. Remember at the mall?
Oh, yeah.
The ones that had the big old stand with the huge fucking visor.
I mean, you'd be in like a tank or whatever.
Yeah, or that one that was like on a very early polygonal, just like 3D world, basically what Bubsy 3D was. But you had like a gun or whatever, and you just like it was an arena battle, and the person next to you could also play with you, or you just play a computer player.
Just did. Just because I'm cheating doesn't mean I can't get killed. And because I'm playing like this, of course I'm going to get killed.
So, yeah, Metal Gear.
Yeah, I'm very happy with this though, because it's like apparently the way that they did it is because this is in Unreal. I'm gonna get some of this wrong, so like if you're watching this,
Fact check him to death.
oh my god,
Make sure he knows he said the wrong thing.
make sure
Fake
that
news.
you know that I know that you knew a thing. I still get people that like sometimes they'll comment, like the one that I still get comments on the most. I did a video forever ago about the 3DO version of Doom, because it was that whole thing. Go watch it, but the whole thing was like
Go watch it, please.
such a disaster, and it was basically one person that was tasked with doing it in like 8 weeks. So the fact that anything came out at all is a miracle.
Sure.
But I made that video by watching and reading a bunch of like interviews and videos with her, with the woman that literally made it. So like a lot of the shit that I am saying in it, I got straight from the horse's mouth, quite literally. And I still and she saw the fucking video. She was one of the first. I didn't even I don't remember if I tagged her or not. Maybe I did.
Hell yeah.
But she literally left a comment on it and said like, everything in this video is true. I'm gonna go hide in my hole again now. Like as
That's
just
incredible.
a joke. She's fucking awesome.
I love when that happened, because that happened with one of our videos. The dude who made the what the fuck was that game called? Like My House or whatever.
Oh, My House. Or wait, no, I'm thinking of something else entirely.
Yeah. No, it was the one with the uncle and the nephew.
Oh, fuck. Welcome Home.
Yes, thank you. Welcome Home 2
Yeah,
was the
the
game we played, and the dude who like did the
translation, yeah.
commented on the video.
That was
and I was
cool.
like, holy fuck, that's sick.
That was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, no, it was like that. The reason that I say it though is I still get comments from people trying to correct me on shit, and it's like,
Hey man, she verified everything I said.
It's like she's right there.
Yeah.
She literally said like, this is all true. The things that I'm saying I got from her, but I have these like just fucking weirdos 6 years later that want to come in and be like, actually, if you check the credits, it wasn't a band. It was actually just 2 people. So that's incorrect. And it wasn't even 2 people. It was one person with a guitar, and the other was just on a sound machine. They just were playing synth, and it's like, okay, I guess you've never heard of MGMT, but that's fine. Like, or a lot of acts and bands in the '80s. That's fine, I guess. I'm glad that you told me that you knew that, even though the person that literally lived through it confirmed that it's right 6 years ago. Sure, kid. Like, it doesn't. It's one of those, like, I'm sure this, like, someone could hear this and be like, wow, he sounds really bothered. It's not that it, like, bothers me or
You are
whatever.
bothered.
Like, it doesn't. It's an old. It's a fucking YouTube video. Some people have liked it. There's been. It's not that it bothers me. It just perplexes me. Like, I don't understand commenting on stuff unless it's positive. Like, that's the only time I comment on things now. And even that is rare. And I've only just started doing that recently. Like, I stopped engaging, like, adding comments to stuff, like, on a video or whatever, years ago. Like,
Yeah.
if we get comments, I read them. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
For sure. We love that. But, like, this is probably 15 years ago before I, like, read a comment section and felt the need to, like, engage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people, especially now, just can't turn off that part of their brain that's like, you don't have to engage with this. Like, you are not required.
No, 100%. But I think that's part of an attachment to this feeling of community that, and as much as bots have kind of altered that space, and just the general, like, behavior of YouTube in general has shifted dramatically since its inception. Let's not pretend it hasn't. To almost counterpoint, I totally know what you mean, because you and I kind of are cut from the same cloth in how we read and interpret context within a YouTube comment. But I do think that, as I have learned through comments on both our channel and then my other channel with my buddy Matt, which I monitor all of that. So, like, I just, am trying to understand, like, language barriers or behaviors or just, how people formulate sentences and stuff like that. I think at the end of the day, sure, ultimately there are going to be people that are just need to say something and need to validate their correctness and what they have researched or what they know through their played experience, or just watching a shit ton of other videos about the behind the scenes of this game or whatever. And some people just always have to have the last word.
Yeah,
there are just some people that are like that.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Totally get it.
There's been episodes that we have, like, asked a question,
or
we've been like, I don't know that, or I don't know what, and then we've had someone comment the answer. That's the greatest fucking shit on the planet.
Yeah,
that I love.
Yes,
that I absolutely love. It's this, like, this feeling of needing to be correct and proving to strangers how smart and intelligent you are.
Yeah.
Like, no.
I think there can be, though, to try to be as, like, impartial and diplomatic on it as possible. There are some people that just, like, write in a very, like, stern, matter-of-fact way, and it reads as kind of snarky and maybe a little,
I didn't know you could do that.
That was awesome.
Holy fuck. Sorry, you're making a really good point, but that was funny.
No, that was great. Just fucking pistol whip him on the back of the head.
He was calling it for backup, and I just fucking waylaid the shit out of him. Oh, my
Like, he
God.
didn't even notice you either. It was just like, I need backup, not get... No, fuck.
Sorry. Anyway, you were saying, though, you were making a good point about tone.
Oh, yeah, no, I think some people do mean it as, like, as a helpful input. And again, I think there are just some people that are just... stuck isn't even the right word, because it's younger. It can be either younger people or even older people. Like, there are just some people that, based on how they interact with social media or message boards and stuff like that, just the way they write a response just kind of seems
Callous.
Yeah, a little cold, a little callous, maybe even a little uppity. But I think their intention might be just, oh, this is a matter of fact. I'm going to let them know what a thing is. And so their response to you might be, in their head, they're like, Oh, well, I know that it was actually, or at least I have heard before that it was played with 2 instruments. So I'm going to let this person know on his YouTube channel that I have heard before that it was 2 instruments. And the way they just process that information is it was actually 2 instruments.
I don't disagree. My counterpoint to that, though,
All countered my counterpoint.
is that I have a really hard time believing the best in someone who has an anime fucking profile picture. I'm just saying.
That's the ultimate counterpoint.
I'm
So
just
I
saying.
can't
If it
even-
was anything else, I probably wouldn't even think twice.
What's a profile picture that gives you true earnestness?
I would accept no profile picture over someone with an anime profile picture in
Really?
the comments trying to say, like, hey, just wanted to let you know, like this. And I say that because some of the folks that we have that watch the show somewhat regularly, they don't have profile pictures.
Our profile
Yeah, they're
picture list?
profile list. Now, this is, to be clear on 2 points. One, when I say comment sections, I don't mean just on YouTube. I mean on anything.
Sure.
I mean, like, Facebook. I don't use X anymore, but, like, I don't even hardly reply to stuff on, like, Blue Sky, even. Like,
Blueski.
yeah, on Blue Ski. Like, I don't really do that anymore. And it's not like a bad thing. It's not like I'm upset or whatever. It's just I feel like both for my own mentality and also just realizing that, like, this is kind of a waste of time. Like,
Yeah.
you're not going to change my mind. I'm not going to change your mind. It's fine. And you're some random person. Like, I don't need to sit here and argue with you to feel like I'm going to be right. Like, that's just silly. But if it was something like, if you said something way out of pocket, right? Like, I would want to correct you. Not that that would ever happen, but, like, vice versa. If I said something way out of pocket, I would hope you would check me. Mm-hmm. But it's like at a point now where, like, if I read something stupid on the internet, it's just like, okay, block, mute, whatever. Like, just go away. Like, I'm not going to sit here and try to, like, correct you on something. And that too, it's also like, I'm talking more broad, I guess, that rather than just correcting someone on, like, YouTube. Like, it's whatever.
Sure.
Right? Like, at the end of the day. But it's just not something I care to engage with anymore. Which
I feel you.
does not make me better or more interesting than anybody. That's for fucking sure.
No, it does. You're.
Oh yeah, I'm super interesting, and I'm a very special
superior
boy
being
because
You
I
have
don't do comment sections.
ascended. You're like the Dr. Manhattan of YouTube.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, and you know what? Like, sometimes I feel like I'm Spawn because I just have such a demented mind.
Nobody quite understands how edgy I am like you do.
I just wish I had my own Maria so I could complete my arc of turning into Shadow the Hedgehog. I forgot that I'm already at the end. Not the end of the game. Haha! The end boss fight, which I do like this fight, but I kind of haven't been paying very close attention to where he's actually at, and that's on me. Where are you, you old fuck?
Where the fuck are you?
Oh,
jeez.
that's a little high. I was gonna drop down. I didn't realize how high that was, so we'll just climb back up.
Yeah, I don't think he's.
He
equipped for that.
won't take that. He won't take that very well. He'll be like, "Ouchie, my ankle."
Machines.
Oh, my ankle. My shins.
Oh, my ankle. My ankle. Oh,
My ankle. My ankle.
my ankle. My shins. Man, I was listening to the second Fatboy Slim album the other day, You've Come a Long Way, Baby, which was a CD that I had. It was probably one of the first CDs I was able to have as a kid, which was amazing because I think I've told you the story before where, like, my dad would buy me CDs, right?
I thought this was the okay. Yeah. Yep.
My dad would buy me CDs, and I was an edgy fucking kid. So
Wait, were you really?
no.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't think you were.
I thought I was, but I wasn't at all. I had a fucking crew cut for like all the way up until like I think I started finally growing my hair out in like 7th grade, like about 7th grade. And I like how also that's my measure my fucking yardstick of how edgy I was.
Yeah, no, that's why I laugh so
But
fucking hard.
if you have a crew cut, I'm sorry, you're not edgy. But no, I wanted some, I wanted some music and some records that were, what my mom would consider not great or whatever.
Right?
They
Yeah.
alter the way I think about the world. And so he got me that Fatboy Slim CD, and that was the one with like the Rockefeller Skank and Praise You on it, like 2 fucking amazing tracks. But the rest of that album is really fucking solid. I did not appreciate it as much as a kid as I do now. But there's one song on there called In Heaven, and it's just got this repeated vocal line where the sample is Fatboy Slim is fucking in heaven. Fatboy Slim is fucking in heaven. Fucking and fucking and fucking in heaven. And it's that the whole time with this like goofy like like fucking beat in the background. And my dad, whenever he gave me a CD like that, and I can't. Oh, like the first Smash Mouth CD actually had a fuck ton of swearing on it. He would give me a CD like that and be like, "Hey, you can listen to this, but you have to skip track 3." And I was like, "Okay, why?" You shouldn't listen to it." I was like, "Okay," and so I did. And then but because that one, it happens immediately. Like as soon as the track starts, it's Fatboy Slim is fucking like I would have to like really
Right. You'd have to be on it.
Yeah, especially when like I would listen to that CD in the car on like hockey trips and stuff. So like especially if my mom was in the car too. My dad really wouldn't fucking care. He'd just be like, if I'm around, you can listen to it, but like around your mom especially and whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah. And he got it. Like he fucking listened to music back in the day when he was a younger adult and even teenager where it was like I'm sure my family, being more traditional than even my mother, like, didn't want me listening and didn't want me to, like, hear shit where artists are talking about how, society is a bigger, stage performance than you'd really like to know. And that was when it was still just like really in the cracks of it. Now it's much more blatant. But yeah, that was one where I'd have to like really quickly jump on it because it was right after Rockefeller Skank, and I never skipped Rockefeller Skank. So once that track plays out, and then it'd be Fatboy Slim. Oh my god!
Yeah.
And there were a couple times where like,
oh shit,
the first fucking played, and mom would be like, "And when you gave him the CD, I can't believe it. Why would you give him this?" And it's just funny and silly.
Ah, God damn it.
Even funnier, I'll share this little quick bit with you. Speaking of mom, so like, no offense to my mom, but she like doesn't really have taste in music. She claims she listens to everything, but she really only listens to like 2 genres, and it's Elvis and then just like pop. And so she had like Elvis Pandora radio because my parents still use Pandora.
Oh wow, I didn't even know Pandora still existed.
Right? So they had that on the other day, and my uncle was over, and they were just hanging out, drinking, and having a good time. And they always like to play music and while they're hanging out. And mom did Elvis radio that particular night. Usually my dad gets to call the shots, but it was like the week of Elvis's death birthday or some dumb shit like that. And this one song comes on, and like being in that household, I feel like I've heard I know all the main Elvis songs, but the dude had so many, and a lot of like covers and reinterpolations, because it's like back in the day you just kind of like you were on a contract and whatever the studio wanted you to do, you would do it. So if we need a new Christmas album that year, Elvis is doing a fucking Christmas album because Elvis is our biggest seller, right? Like that's just how it was.
Yeah.
He, in his later years, when what's his name, Colonel Tom or whatever, was just like fucking bending him over the ass and just fucking him for every single penny he was worth. Made him do these weird like commercial jingles and then just some other like goofy fucking songs just for the sake of doing it, because it's like, well, yeah, even if we get an aging Elvis, that's like totally cool. So this song comes up on the radio. It's one I've never fucking heard before. And it's the song is called Yoga Is As Yoga Does. And we didn't hear the lyrics at all, but the music itself just sounded fucking so bad. And like we were just kind of making fun of it as we're playing. We're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do the downward dog. Oh, standing tree pose. Oh. Like just I'm like, what the fuck is this, Mom? She's like, it's not good. I'm like, what? So you admit it that he has bad music. I'm like, oh yeah, I never said he like didn't not have good songs. I'm like, there's got to be a whole fucking like wormhole of this shit. I haven't gone down it. I don't care enough to, but maybe one day when I'm bored, I'll look up more
the
about
bad Elvis song.
Yoga Is As Yoga Does.
Yoga is as yoga does.
Even that title sounds fake. That sounds like a fucking. That sounds like someone making an AI prompt.
I was just gonna say that's like like one of those
what
fucking
if Forrest
fake
Gump
AI
did
songs.
did a Elvis song and the theme was yoga.
Yoga. Wise men say yoga helps your back. But I can't bend 'cause my back's too fucked up. That's a song about you, Courtney. She glared at me because we don't have a camera to show it. You know what? I'm good. I'm good. This is enough. This is enough.
This is why I gotta stretch, 'cause I got some knots in my back. I gotta get this kink out of my freaking bag, baby. I'm doing some yoga, baby. I'm doing some yoga.
Get the kink out my back and into the bedroom. Do some yoga with me, baby.
Have you seen that's actually a trending video on it's probably on all the platforms, but on a YouTube short I saw, it was like Elvis songs you didn't know he did. It was the vocal version of the Rick and Morty theme.
Oh yeah.
It's Rick and Morty time.
It's not even like a good impression either.
Right, it's so bad.
All right, that's it. That's the one.
Call it here.
Okay, bye.
We did it. Bye.